Hello, hello, hello. Oh my gosh, chat looks so tiny. Can I make that a little bigger? Uh, if I can make it a little wider, maybe? Hi! Let's see. I'm I'm very late. Think that should do it, maybe? Maybe I'll, like, slide it up a little bit so, like, it disappears some of the chat after talking. I want it to be eligible. I'm just gonna need one more moment. I'm just setting some things up. I kind of winged it today, I'm not gonna lie. But I kind of have a general idea of what I'm gonna do. It's not a gaming day. For a change, it is not a gamer day. I just need to turn on mode. Yes, guys, hello. I hope the music's not too loud. I'm grabbing a few things. We might have a hand. We might be seeing the right hands that are a little beat up right now. Eric's been kicking my butt. Lifting some of them, it tends to beat you up a little bit. But can you guys hear me alright? I might also need to plug in my phone later, but I think I'm good right now. Can you guys believe it though? 4 freaking years I've been around. 4 freaking years as a VTuber. And I'm still not at 1K! It's my own damn fault. Alright, you know, I'm just gonna get rid of the word chat. You guys know what it is. There. Yeah, I know, I'm getting old. Why is the chat Did I make it so the chat doesn't go away? Huh. Interesting. But yeah, I got a few things that I just took out. We might be having hand cam. Because I have some stuff that I've just had sitting around for a while. Some stuff that I also recently picked up as well. And some gifts I've received. Like... We might go and look at some of that stuff. But, damn though, 4 frickin' years. I know one thing's for certain, I was trying to push today a little bit too late. I know I probably should have, been pushing my anniversary a lot more than I have been. I didn't think that much was gonna come out of it, to be honest, because the algorithm does not prefer smaller people. And I could have been a lot bigger than I am now had I maybe applied myself better, I'm pretty sure. I've learned a lot over these few years, and definitely one of them is that I don't think I applied myself well enough as a VTuber. And I am always quick to jump the gun on decisions. And I need to really stop doing that. I need to carefully think things out a lot more than I have been. We're not talking about the lore today, actually. That's not on my to-do list. It's gonna be something we talk about probably with about a year from now, maybe, potentially. Oh no, it's alright. Asking questions is fine. But gosh, so the only plans that I really had were that I just probably wasn't gonna be playing games, and I was just gonna. Someone actually gave me the idea to talk about the journey here to where we're at now, and there's been a lot that's happened in these 4 years. A lot of ups and downs, mostly downs, but there's been when there was ups, they were pretty big ups. But there's also been a lot of learning throughout this journey as well. And one's definitely that I definitely could still be doing better. I know for a fact that I definitely have a lot more to learn as well. Hey, look at the positive. I E6 to Firefly without losing my 50-50 practically. there's the positive. And the one time I did lose, it was a double after I won, and so the loss guaranteed my 6th copy. If I ended up with a 7th copy, I actually would have cried. Oh, you don't know this. Yeah, so off stream, a few weeks straight, I invested a little money at a time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw polls on Firefly's banner until I lose. I didn't lose, and I ended up with the E6 Firefly. Absolutely insane. And when I told my best friend, they said, you know what? It was meant to be. Because Firefly was actually the first team I ever fully invested in. And, yeah, she ended up being my favorite character when she released. I was drawn to her by the fact that her enhanced form dual wields. But after doing the story and actually getting to meet her character and experience her, I grew to love her so much, honestly, and she ended up becoming my favorite character. And ever since then, I've been using her all the time if I can. Unfortunately, an E6 Firefly cannot handle Anomaly Arbitration's King. I've tried several times, it does not work. Maybe if I invested more vertically in my Lingsha, she might be able to, but other than that, I'm not so sure. We have a new endgame mode in Honkai Star Rail called Anomaly Arbitration. You have to face off against 3 knights, and then you face off against the king. And right now, the king is Lygus, aka Xandar, aka the first genius of the Genius Society, who was supposed to be dead. And, yeah, Firefly cannot take him on. Like, she can handle the MOC-12 one that used to be around, but she cannot handle Anomaly Arbitration's version of him. It is impossible. I've been using new Dan Heng with Saber and Archer, and actually it's been really good. And I also recently E2'd my Dan Heng. He is so freaking good. I E2S1 him, and he's so good. He works so much better with Archer when he's E1 compared to E0. But E2 is just incredible. I actually tried using Saber and Archer, I think, in MOC 12 off stream, and I completely screwed up my sleep doing it because I'm a dummy like that. Honestly, yeah, I completely agree with you. He does feel a lot better than Aventurine for one reason alone, and that reason's the name is Sunday. Because here's the thing, when Sunday advances a character that has a summon, he boosts the character's damage even more. So giving Saber a summon and then advancing her increases her damage even further. Which is just insane. True. Really funny thing, I've been critting my Dan Heng and he doesn't even have 10% crit rate. I don't understand why. It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, Dan Heng, how are you critting? You don't even have 10% crit rate. It's funny though. Dan Heng with minimal to no crit rate investment is critting. That is completely fair, honestly. I already had Aventurine, so and I just kind of updated him with the new set, and honestly, his build is definitely better now for sure. It'll be a lot better if I manage to get his light cone at some point, and maybe E1 or E2. That's the thing nowadays that I've been doing. I've been trying to vertically invest a little bit more in characters lately. Also, I do apologize. I've been having some freaking speech issues lately. I think it has to do with this weird sensation I've been feeling in my face lately. Ugh. What does Aventurine's light cone do? Well, I know for a fact it has the most amount of defense it can provide for him. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see, his light cone. Oh, what does Dan Heng's light cone do? Not Aventurine's? I don't know off the top of my head, but I can tell you right now it's the only light cone that provides an attack buff for preservation. I can tell you his E1 is definitely incredible. It makes him skill point positive. Because whenever Dan Heng uses his ultimate when he's E1, it regains it 1 skill point. So it makes him really good with Archer. So Dan Heng's light cone grants a attack buff. So increases the wearer's attack by 64, 80, 96, 112, 128 depending. So base gain, so it gives a 64% attack buff for base. When wearer uses his ultimate, restores HP equal to 10% of the wearer's attack for all allies. And additionally restores HP equal to 10% of the wearer's attack for the character with the lowest current HP and grants the redoubt to all allies for 3 turns. Targets with redoubt deal 24% increased damage, which is further increased by 12% if the target has a summon. So it does a lot. It does an attack buff. It provides healing. It provides extra healing depending. It provides a damage increase to targets with redoubt will deal increased damage, and then characters who have summons will deal even more damage. Yeah, his light cone's really freaking good. Dan Heng's light cone is very, very good. And to top it off, his E1 provides Res Shred, I believe, and skill point generation whenever he ults. Dan Heng is just... This new Dan Heng is just so freaking good. So, let me read exactly what his E1 does, though. It regains 1 skill point when using the ultimate and an 18% res penetration buff for the bond mate. Already really good. His E2 makes Soul Dragon... E2 empowers the Soul Dragon, which is the summon he gives to allies. Empowers Soul Dragon, but increases Soul Dragon's enhancement stacks from 2 to 4, giving it immediate turns whenever you ult, while also doubling both the damage dealt by the follow-up attack and the shield's effect provided. So yeah, E1 and E2 are very, very good. So having E2S1 Dan Heng preservation is really strong. And the fact I put an E6 by Saber at some point, oh my gosh, she's gonna freaking go nuts on endgame content. Maybe once like E6 by Saber, she'll be able to destroy Anomaly Arbitration King. Which, funny enough, funny that I say that, she's the only character on my account which team was able... no, actually, Saber and Archer are the only teams I have that have been able to defeat the King at all. But only with 1 star. I'm so jealous that one of my friends have been able to defeat the King with max stars. And that is insane. But you know what? The thing is, apparently the best team to be able to clear Anomaly Arbitration's King is supposed to be Casterus. I have Casterus. I have Evernight. And I have Treeby. I still can't clear it. Do you know why? Because I don't have Hyacine. Not having Hyacine makes Casterus' team significantly weaker. And I'm learning this the hard way. My friend also happens to have an E2 Evernight, though. I only have an E0 Evernight. And by the way, I have almost like 12 teams, and yet Saber and Archer are the only ones able to clear Anomaly Arbitration's King. That's saying a lot. Even my E6 Firefly can. I say 12 teams because after 3.6 dropped, we actually got more team slots. It used to be 9, but they added 3 more in 3.6, which is really nice, and I really like that they did that. Which leads to something else I want to talk about. So, there's going to be a lot of back and forth between topics. So, along this whole journey, I've learned a really important thing, and it's that I am 100% competitive. And that's completely okay. But here's the thing. I know some VTubers who are competitive with other VTubers. That's not how I am. I'm competitive with myself when it comes to VTubing. I'm not trying to outpace any other streamers. I'm trying to outpace myself. I just want to do better. Oh, you know what? Actually, I could probably just bring the chat down. About there should be good. That should be good. But I don't see other VTubers as competition. I see them more as either inspiration or people that I would like to form connections with. Not romantically. Just to clarify, I know some people are going to be like, oh, you just want to freaking hook up with these other VTubers. No. No. That's not it at all. I know there's going to be someone out there who says that. No. That's not the case. I try to make friends with VTubers. Other VTubers, of course. Well, most of them will not return those feelings, of course. Most of them will not want that friendship. Most people are not in it to make friends, I've learned the hard way. A lot of them are in it for themselves. I'm not. Well, that's not my main focus. While, yes, technically I am in it for myself to be better, I'm not in it for, like, solely myself. What is a VTuber without their community and friends? The answer is nothing. Other than a horrible human being. And we've learned that from a lot of people. We've seen people who've shown their true colors, and they crumbled. Look at VShojo as a company, for example. They weren't really in it for the talents, they were in it for the money. And they were practically stealing money from their talents. They were not in it to help their talents at all. And now I've actually started to find it very difficult to trust corporate VTuber companies because of all that stuff. But that's not the whole thing we're here to talk about. I don't see other VTubers as competition. I see them as people I need to look for inspiration from to see how I myself can do better. And maybe by doing so and implementing what I learned and starting to do better, maybe some of these people I looked to for inspiration might be willing to turn an eye towards me. And maybe I'll be able to make friends with some of these people. But I know that not every VTuber is in it for friendship. Not every VTuber is out there to make connections with people. Some people just want the freaking money. That's how it is for some people. They just want the money. They just want the fame. That's all they want. I have far too many goals to dial it down to just one. My biggest goal for right now as a VTuber is just to do better. I know that right now, I'm not doing very good. Some people tell me, don't compare yourself to other streamers. Don't compare yourself to other VTubers. I don't believe in that. I think it is good to compare yourself to other streamers, as long as you look at it in a logical way. It's like, what are they doing that I'm not doing that is making them succeed, but I'm failing? I want to succeed as a VTuber, I do, but I don't want to do it in a way that hurts people. I want to do it in a positive way. And you guys might be wondering, what exactly am I looking to do? No, it's okay to compare yourself to other people, I think. As long as you're not, like, bashing yourself about it, you gotta look at it from a logical standpoint. You just need to look at other VTubers and be like, okay, what are they doing that made them grow or was making them successful that we could apply to ourselves in order to do better? As long as you look at it like that, it is okay to compare yourself to other streamers. other VTubers. You just need to do it in a way that is logical. Like, for example, I look at other people who make Star Rail content, right? Thank you very much for the happy 4 years, Mr. 8 Minutes. No, wait. At Mr. 8 Minutes. There we go. I'm just gonna call you Mr. 8, if that's okay. But yeah, I look at other Star Rail people and I'm like, what are they doing that is making them so successful with their content that I could apply to myself? I was doing that when I was looking to make my first Star Rail team showcase video, which was about a little over a month ago, I think it was, and I cleared, I believe it was MOC 12 or Apocalyptic Shadow. And I looked at other team showcases for inspiration. And I applied the stuff. For some reason, though, it didn't work out. I'm not exactly sure why. It might just be that because I had portions in the video that were me talking, or maybe because people just didn't recognize me. And so a lot of people typically don't really want to click on new content, I found, unless it's something very appealing. And so I'm trying to find ways to make myself more appealing, while also still being proud of what I do. Because, I don't know if you guys know, but I only like to do the things I enjoy. I don't like to do things because people tell me to do them, or because they're the most hot thing right now, the hottest topic. If something interests me, I'll do it. But if something doesn't interest me, I typically don't want to do it. Heck, there might be sometimes I'm interested in something at first, and then I lose interest at some point. Like, a really good example, a little over a year ago, I think it was, maybe 2 years ago at this point, I was really into Genshin, originally. It used to be the only thing I wanted to do was play Genshin. Until I realized it wasn't worth it for me. But I realized it too late. I looked into playing other games because of sponsorship opportunities I was given when I was streaming on Twitch. For example, Honkai Star Rail, of course, and Zenless Zone Zero, Wuthering Waves. Those games all looked really good. I was given some sponsorship opportunities for them on Twitch. Even though it technically wasn't an official sponsorship, it was more so like being paid for like an ad for it or something like that. I don't really know how to explain it. But my friend told me that they're not really sponsorships, because the companies themselves did not reach out to you for it. But I tried these other games and I realized at some point that, hey, I actually like these games a lot more than the game I was already playing. And eventually down the line, I discontinued some games and I started focusing my attention on these new games I tried that I found that I actually become really passionate about. So now we lead up to this moment where I've stopped playing a lot of games and turned my focus to games that I've come to really love. I really love Honkai Star Rail. I really love Zenless Zone Zero. I like Wuthering Waves to an extent. It's just I don't really have the time to keep up with it right now, and I'm so far behind. But I've come to realize that I really like Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero. I know the power creep's getting insane in Honkai Star Rail. I agree that it is definitely a problem. But even though the power creep is getting bad, I love the game too much to let it go. And Another thing is that I have also learned I'm quite competitive in nature. And some people might already know this from any past things I've mentioned, from competing in tournaments, like for card game tournaments, and just wanting to clear endgame. Now, I haven't exactly been trying to zero cycle endgame, but maybe eventually I might try to. But right now, it's just, I like the thrill of being able to take on a challenge. Whether it's in-game and in-game challenges or card game challenges against other people. I just like a challenge. And while I am competitive in nature, as I said, I don't see other VTubers as competition at all. The only competition I have in VTubing is against myself, to do better. And that's the only competition in VTubing that should matter, is doing better than yourself each day. To try to be better each day. And that's really all you should be doing as a VTuber. Realistically. Now, I do bring up the whole card game thing, because I know some people probably notice I've been very on and off with card games. I get burnt out after a while with card games, usually. Especially when the market starts getting absolutely insane. But I've noticed that some decks that I really liked, for Digimon at least, the new support has definitely gotten a lot more affordable for me. And so I'm gonna probably be playing Digimon again. I'm contemplating if I want to do it on stream again. I probably will. I've been looking at talking to some other people who play Digimon that I'm friends with. I didn't stop talking to the people who play Digimon. Like, I got some really cool friends I met through the game, and I really like talking to them. Shoutouts to Ride My Avatar and Curiosity. Those two are really cool. I really like those two. Those are the Digimon people that I talk to regularly. I have no idea, actually. I completely forgot, to be honest with you. If you could get back to me on that, if you could check, I would really appreciate that. I don't know if this phone I have can handle it. I've been noticing that playing games like Pokemon Go on this phone make the phone a little hot, so I'm not entirely sure. I'm starting to get some pains right now, actually. Speaking of, I actually need to go looking for a few Digimon cards. There's one card that's kind of going up in price a little bit that I should probably pick up as soon as possible before it gets too expensive. Let me double check the market just in case. I might be able to get the playset for like 20 bucks maybe. If it's not spiking too much. I'm hoping it's not spiking too much. I actually might have to go get some Tylenol or something. I'm getting a really bad pinch in my back, and I'm feeling it in my stomach, too, for some reason. So I might run upstairs real quick to go get some. Alright, it's still about the same price. Heck, I might just grab them from people. But yeah, if you could let me know on that, that would definitely help. Let's see. Ooh, excuse me. Actually, maybe I should wait until Mori gets back to me on eating some stuff. Guys, you want to just give me a couple minutes? I'm getting a really bad pinch in my back. I gotta go get some Tylenol or something. It's really freaking hurting right now. Might be because I'm like hunched over the table. I'm not like leaning back right now to help my spine. I don't know if you guys know, but I actually do have some back problems. Just give me about a minute. Heck, I might actually grab something to eat while I'm at it. Actually, no, I didn't eat that long ago, did I? I don't think so. I ate like just before I went out to get the water. That was like, what was that? Like a little over almost 2 hours ago, roughly. I'm gonna just run. I'm gonna run upstairs. Try not to fall down the stairs and hurt myself, and I'm just gonna grab some Tylenol. Cold enough now. There it is. Oof. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the Tylenol. I'm gonna go get it. It's like that. I figured since my dad was home and I had an opportunity to be a little loud, I figured I'd go for it. Alright, sorry about that. I did get my Tylenol. I didn't take it yet, though. My back is starting to really freaking hurt. Okay. So actually, yeah, where was I? I was talking about Digimon. I remember I mentioned a little bit of. I know I was starting to talk about back pain. Honestly, I didn't really have any plans coming into the stream. I was just like, if we hit 1K during stream and I hit 1K on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, then maybe I was gonna sing on stream. It's not gonna happen though. Would be interesting if it did, but it's not gonna happen. I also just don't know how long I'm gonna be here. It might only be like 2 hours, I don't know. But yeah, I have no idea if the app is if it's live or not right now. It was a card game app for Digimon, and they had like, I don't really know much about it. I don't think that's it. I know there's a Digimon card game tutorial app, card game encyclopedia, Digidex, RPG Manager. I don't think that's it. I guess it's not out. Either that or it's not available for this device. I don't know. I know they have the tutorial app. I forgot what it was called, to be honest with you. I haven't seen any information on it recently. The only Digimon thing I've seen recently online is just stuff about the new Digimon Time Story game. Digimon Story Time Story? No, Time... Digimon Time Story? Was that... Hello! Welcome to the stream. Also, you can just call me Ry. I know a lot of people are gonna call me RYsing when they first meet me. I'm getting used to it, but... yeah, just call me Ry. Even though I do sing, and so it's technically a pun. Just Ry. Well... I could be a little better. I kind of messed up my sleep today. My back kind of hurts a little bit. But overall, other than that, alright. Not too shabby. Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't out yet. I forgot what it was going to be called, to be honest with you. Is the April Rain and War token for Jessamon like common or my shoulders do get a little stiff, I'm not gonna lie, but I try to pop those in if I can. Probably not the best thing to do. What I do sometimes is I'll just find a flat surface, I'll put my hands down with my arms straight, and I'll just push back until my shoulders pop. And it pops the spot like kind of like behind my neck. To be honest with you, I sing way more outside of the shower rather than in the shower, to be honest. Especially when I'm the only one home. Oh, the background music? Yeah, that's, I kind of set up some spooky stuff for Halloween, usually. Like, this isn't even my normal color palette. This is normally my colors. It's just whenever we're in the Halloween season, I kind of like to just shift over my colors to be, like, kind of vampire-like. Or as someone like to call me, a vampire. The puns. I like my puns. A vampire. Doesn't have to be Halloween for that to happen. No, it's just for it's just a Halloween color palette. I just do for Halloween, I just do a color palette that kind of makes me look like a vampire, but I'm not a vampire VTuber. Oh, wait. No, it's not Halloween yet. I said just for the Halloween season. So usually when October hits, when we hit October 1st, that's when I try to transition my channel to being a bit more vampire themed for Halloween. Why couldn't the skeleton stop laughing? Because someone hit him in his funny bone. Happy belated birthday, then. I was actually trying to do a thing where it's like, if I could manage to push somehow end up being at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube this stream, and maybe 1,000 followers on Twitter/X, then I was gonna maybe sing a song on this stream. But if I'm being honest with you, I knew damn well it wasn't gonna happen. The algorithm does not push me enough for people to see my posts. So I knew damn well that people were not going to see. It would have been really nice if it happened, but I knew it wasn't gonna. So looking back though, I've done a lot of a good chunk of different games over the few years, but I know that a lot of it was like consistently. Like, so you guys, I don't know if you guys noticed, but even though it might seem like the games I've been playing have been a little all over the place, which once in a blue moon I might throw something in there that is a little off-brand, about 99.9% of the time, every single one of the games I play has at least one thing in common. And you probably don't know what that thing is. Usually that one thing is between either the game allows me to play a character that uses swords, or I have access to some sort of dragon. That is what defines my channel, my brand, RYsing Legend. Is that the games I play either have something to do with swords or dragons. Take a look at Pokemon. There's a lot of dragon-type Pokemon I could choose from. Heck, there's even a sword Pokemon. Technically, it's more than one sword Pokemon, because Zacian wields a sword, and then you also have Aegislash, who is a sword. Then you have... at one point I was playing Dark Souls 3. Never beat it, by the way. Obviously, that game lets me use swords and go as far as dual wield if I really want to. We've had the card games I played. Typically, the decks I play will either contain dragons or some form of swords. Not exactly predictable, but there's a pattern to my madness. Like, there's been like a few games I've played that don't really go into those categories of me using swords or dragons. What if I were to tell you that hypothetically I might have already done that before? Yes and no. So, technically I have not. Now, what I mean by this is that, no, I'm not really into Gundam, but in the past, I have purchased and put together constructible kits of things I've liked. For example, I've gotten some for Pokemon. Which, by the way, I know a lot of there's literally a split between the Pokemon it's like a 50-50 split between people who are thinking that Legend ZA is great and people who absolutely are disgusted with Legend ZA. You cannot be saying stuff like that on YouTube. But yeah, I've only gotten like maybe a handful for Pokemon, and then never did it again. It was like a one-time thing, and to be quite honest, oh wait, there was one more. I also put together one for Mandalorian, I remember. But if I'm being honest with you, I really didn't care for doing it. I don't know why I put myself through that torture, but I actually really don't like doing it. I don't think I would probably do it again, to be honest with you. Especially with like, how much I was hurting my hands doing it. But then again, I also probably wasn't doing it right. I know some people do it with like wire cutters or something, or pliers. I was doing it with my bare hands, which probably wasn't the smartest way of doing it. You know, that is actually true. I do like Shine Greymon. That is a deck that I am quite comfortable with playing, somewhat. I say somewhat because, I have been struggling to get, like, a consistent win ratio with that deck. Or just in general. A specific cutter for Gunpla? Huh. Interesting. But yeah. So going through everything, though, I want to go back to what I was talking about, like all the things that I've done. That there's been a lot of things that I've done that are like one and dones, or things that I might bring back at some point. It's some debatable stuff. I'm sure there's some people who found me because of Pokemon, and they would want to see me play Legend ZA. I'm very sorry to those of you who really want me to play Legend ZA. I'm not spending the money on that game. I'm sorry. I've seen some people talking about the game, and I gotta be completely honest. I think the game looks terrible. The map is so small, and you can't enter any buildings, and the buildings look like they're cardboard cutouts that are painted. The quality is so bad. I would sooner pick up Digimon Story Time Stranger. Oh, it was Digimon. Oh, Digimon Story Time Stranger. That's what it was. I'm not gonna lie. I would very much like to play that game, but I just cannot spend any money on additional games right now. Like, right now, my finances are going towards a very specific set of things. First and foremost, once my stuff is dropped off, actually in a few days, I should be getting my stuff back from Utah in just a few days. So I'll have to pay the final bill for that. It's about $2,500. I've did the math for about $2,500 to pay for the delivery of my stuff for all the fees and stuff that they didn't charge me for already. Gonna be paying for probably some things in Star Rail, because Star Rail's my favorite game, and I'm fine with... No, I mean Utah. I flew out to Utah. I ordered a shipping cube, loaded my stuff into it, and it's being sent out here. And I'm finally gonna get my computer back, which means I'll be able to play a much wider spread of games potentially in the future once I have enough time for them. You know, technically, if I was better with time management, I could stream on the days I work as well. Well, you see, jokes like that are irrelevant when someone's freaking autistic and takes shit literally. Look, I'm not confirmed to have any... I have not been diagnosed for anything, but that is something I've learned as well, is that I probably do have some mental troubles that I need to get dealt with eventually. But as for right now, I'm kind of just toughing it out until I can apply for work benefits so I can get tested / treated for some of this stuff. I've been having a hard time speaking properly lately. And I've been having this weird sensation of coldness that's only on the left side of my face. I don't know what's going on, but I've never had this problem before, and I do not like it. Oh yeah, another thing that I have to invest in, I gotta pay for car repairs. That's probably gonna be about 1,000 right there. We already know that I'm like super into Honkai Star Rail, and that I'll probably be investing in certain characters. I'm pretty much done with this patch. I got my E2S1 Don Hung. I'm happy with him. He's really good. I'm just sticking with E0, S0, and AXA. I think that the event light cone that we got for him is fine for now. And next patch, we're getting Cyrene. I might grab her, but she's not going to be the first thing I go for. She'll be probably the last thing. I would sooner prioritize getting Hyacine, obviously, because she's going to be in the first phase anyway, and she's just important. As for Zenless Zone Zero, I did want Lucia. I still do want Lucia. I'm just not gonna spend for her. I've decided that for right now, because I'm already investing so much in Star Rail, I'm gonna take it easy on spending in Zenless. I'm not gonna swipe for the characters in Zenless right now. Especially because I'm not really worried about, like, hyper completing endgame in Zenless Zone Zero. So I'm not really gonna be too worried about it. As for Wuthering Waves, I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling to keep up with my dailies with that one. I've just been so freaking busy. There are still characters I want to pick up. There's some weapons I want to pick up, but I just don't really have the time or the funds to invest for that game right now. But I do really love it, and I think the game deserves more. I do believe that is one of the characters I wanted. I believe that she's the one with the black hair and the great sword. She kind of is like Ryoko Matoi from Kill la Kill in a way, if I'm being honest. Like, that's what she reminds me of, at least. I kind of want her, to be honest, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to get her. I don't have the funds for Wuthering Waves right now, and I just don't have the time to do the content to get the pulls for characters right now. And now that I'm getting back into some of these card games again, I have even less time. You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna make a post somewhere. Or maybe I should ask one of my buddies. So Yes, we said that one as well. Akame got killed. Kagi. It's Akame. You must have had autocorrect, or you must have fat fingered. I don't know. But yeah, that's right. I'm gonna ask. I had to ask about a card. Welcome into the stream. How's it going? Yeah, it's a Kame. That's what it's called. Also, guys, I don't think my notifications have been working, have they? Either that or nobody's been subscribing. Because, I actually do have custom alerts I set up recently. And by recent, I mean like last month, maybe. Something like that. At the Halloween. It's not Halloween just yet, but 'tis the season for it. So, yeah, we have gotten some new people, but my alerts have not been triggering, or maybe they... I gotta look into my alerts more. On. Because I have some very freaking cool alerts from my stream. I think I have it on Stream Elements. Let me go ahead and check it out real quick. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek if you haven't seen them already. Where is it? It's alerts. This is my YouTube one, right? Yes. Streaming tools. Overlays, I think. YouTube stream chat. Nope. YouTube alerts. There we go. I actually am going to be streaming on Halloween. I have something planned for that at the very least. Go figure. I didn't plan anything for my frickin' anniversary, but I planned out something carefully for frickin' Halloween. Alright. So, for subscribers, this is what we see. What the frick? That wasn't supposed to happen. Hold up. Why did it double audio? Or maybe I hit it twice? Hold up, I think I know what it is. Advanced audio properties. No, I have monitor set to off. Huh. Weird. Let's try that again. No, that's definitely double audio. Do I have... I don't know if that was it. Huh. Maybe... No, that is, from Honkai Star Rail. That is Fei Xiao, a playable character in the game. The background music is Zoro's theme from One Piece. I just thought it actually fit really well together. Hold on, let me try... Because I'm hearing double audio. What if I just do it like this? Okay, so it doesn't show up on the YouTube side, and also it's not even centered. Oh my gosh. Gross. Why is it not centered? Oh my gosh. Gross. Why Alright, I'm gonna try this again. So it muted the audio when I didn't do that. Oh, I think I understand. I need to... Why isn't it centered? That's the one. Let me slide it over just a little bit. Alright. Yeah, it's just that I don't have the camera focused perfectly. Alright, so now it should be fine. Still not centered, and it's driving me nuts. There. That should do it. Alright, so you get the idea. That's what it looks like when people do that. If people ever super chat, it looks like this. If it'll work. Okay. Cypher. Why is it... Oh. Good thing I checked that. Chat was on top of the frickin' alerts. That would have looked terrible. Actually, it did look terrible. And if anyone ever becomes a YouTube channel member, we see this. Honestly, it doesn't really look very good on top of chat now that I'm seeing it for myself. Or maybe I should just make it bigger, I don't know. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, we like Cypher here. Here, let's do that again. I guess that's okay. Whatever, we get the point. But those are my custom alerts. We got Face Shout, we got Cypher, and we got Firefly. And now I actually have the alerts on top of the chat layer, so now it's actually proper. That ought to do it. I hope. Alright. Now that the layers are properly done... I mean, I probably could make the layer a little bigger still. At least for the frickin' chatting one. Let me just look at that one more time. And we'll put it about there. That's probably fine. Has nothing to do with their frickin' race. It's just how their characters were in the story. Cypher had just such a mischievous, fun personality, and I just really liked her. Sorry, guys. I had to take care of something important. Apparently, I left on my interior light in my car, and I had to quickly run outside and turn that off. I also just got a word of bad news. Apparently, my mother might be getting thrown out of the nursing home because the insurance isn't paying for it anymore. And my mother's not ready to walk yet. So that's gonna create some chaos. That's the last thing I needed to hear. Less bad news than the mother part. I broke my nail when I was heading outside to go get my car light off. I kind of went and did like stuntman stuff to get to it. Because we have like a little bit of like a railway or something. We have a ramp, to say the very least. We have like a bit of a ramp to get to the house. And I kind of like jumped on and off the ramp to get to and from my car. So I went full freaking parkour. But yeah, that's what my dad told me. He said that we gotta clean up the house before Saturday because your mother's coming home because the insurance hasn't been paying for her to stay and they're gonna throw her out. Oh, just wonderful. And here I thought there was only gonna be good things happening on the stream. So now my dad's got more things to stress about, as if he wasn't already stressed enough. And now we gotta figure out about trying to get my mother probably a personal aide. Because, yeah. She won't be able to have an aide at the nursing home anymore because she's not going to be able to stay there anymore. And it's the worst possible time because also my stuff should be coming back here in a few days. Probably around the time my mother gets here. There's going to be a lot going on. Well, whatever the case, I guess I'm just going to go ahead and get into the next thing. Let's go ahead and turn on the camera real quick. And switch scenes. I has no music. Yeah, there we go. Continue the same one. Life hits you about as hard as an isekai truck. That's gonna be my way of saying it. Alright, I need to... just make sure I don't... camera. Yeah, there it is. Angle's a little shit, though. So, there's a reason for that. Boy, I never thought I'd hear those words. Damn, Rye, your luck's about as good as Bennett's. I never thought I'd hear those words. Alright, so we got something that I've been meaning to show. Not necessarily the playmat, even though that is a very, very nice playmat. So I actually did want to main this Digimon's deck. Actually, it's spelled like this. That's actually how it's spelled. But yeah, this is the only playmat that I've had for it. But I actually don't like to play on this mat because it doesn't have, like, the whole memory gauge at the top like a bunch of the playmats do. I just got this mat because I really like Ulforce. I think his design's really cool. And he's a Royal Knight, and he's blue. He was kind of fitting for me. So, we actually might be covering this up, though, because, there's something that I bought, like, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now, and I never opened it, because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep playing Digimon. It's really funny you should mention that. So, I have this special Digimon product that I have not opened yet, that I've had for like a few years now. Do you know what this is? This is the Digimon Adventure 2, The Beginning set, that we got from the movie. I've had this, it has not been opened at all. It's still in the plastic seal. I have not opened this at all. I considered selling this, because I wasn't sure if I was going to keep it. But, inevitably, eventually I did decide to come around, and I decided that I do want to keep playing Digimon. I like the game. I think it's a very fun game, and I actually thought of my own format that I would eventually like to try for the game, and see about getting people into. So we're gonna open this up, actually. I figured it's something I would do. So, let's go ahead and get it. Let me see what's a good way to... So, let's have a seal. Okay, so it does actually have like a sticky thing that we could just slide it out. There we go. Now we can see it a lot more clearly. And then my boy on the top, Vmon. Fun fact, I do have a Vmon plush. My boy. If I'm being honest, though, Gamamon's actually my favorite rookie. I just don't have the Gamamon plush. There's a very specific one I want, and it's, like, almost life-sized. We'll just have Vmon kind of, like, chilling and spectating on the side here. But, yeah. Alright, guys. Behold. Actually, Vmon, I'm gonna have to get you to scooch a little bit off. Actually, I'll have to take him off right now. I need the space. So, when I said funny, you mentioned Imperial Dramon. It comes with an Imperial playmat. It's got Dragon Mode here and Fighter Mode there. And it's got matching Imperial Dramon sleeves. It'll focus, that would be nice. Focus. Come on, focus. Focus. There, wait. There we go. Now we can see those sleeves. Pretty goated. And then we have the stack of cards. Oh my god, those Dragon Mode cards look great. Focus. Look how sick that Dragon Mode looks. Dragon Mode Ace. That art looks so good. That looks really good. And then the rest of this is just a storage container, and I don't know why that's there. Just like a placeholder, I guess. So yeah, this is just a storage container at this point. Awesome. So let's go ahead and take a look at all these promos we get with this. Spoiler alert, I might be expecting another similar product soon. And by soon I mean like next year. I did a pre-order for something very similar to this, but it's gonna be something that is a little bit more valuable to me because it includes cards that I've always wanted but could never get because of how expensive they were. But yeah, you get 2 of every card. So we get 2 copies of the Dragon Mode Ace. Which I only think you need 2. Actually, people don't even use it at all. But that art is absolutely sick. We get 2 copies of my boy Vmon. Really, really good Vmon. Inheritable is not once per turn. Whenever it's the inheritable says that when attacking, if this Digimon has 2 or more colors, draw a card. Easy card draw, not once per turn. It literally is exactly the same as the Stingmon that we got from the starter deck that got limited to 1. So we still have 5 cards in the deck that do the same thing. So the deck has no shortage of card draw. And then we got 2 of his buddy. We got the Wormmons, which I actually didn't have any of this one, so I could actually slide this into my Imperial deck. Yes, you heard it right. I have an Imperial deck. We got 2 copies of the Hawkmon. I think that Mori might actually need these, if I'm not mistaken, for the Sylphimon deck. Honestly, they're all adorable. Like Gatomon, who's next. Although it's not very good, if I'm being honest. I don't think anyone would want to use this Gatomon effect. It's not a very good one, but the art is very cute. Next up, we've got the Armadillo. Also a searcher. No, I did not actually. There was one Kamen Rider show I used to watch growing up that actually did make it on American TV. It's Kamen Rider Dragon Knight. Together we can fight the fight, so let's ride. Oh, damn, I guess I did sing on stream. But we got a Patamon here. The absolutely broken, limited to 1 now, Ukomon. The card is so strong, they had to limit it to 1. Yet we have 2 right here. It is absolutely broken, this card. We got the boy. We got our man Davis here. Focus. Why won't it focus? There we go. Davis with Vmon. Why is the Ukomon broken? Because you can literally put it in your breeding, Digivolve into it in your breeding area. And whenever, actually no, whenever any Digimon moves from the breeding area to the battle area, you can hatch another egg in your breeding area and gain a memory. It's free value for no cost, like literally no reason. It just lets you hatch extra Digimon in your breeding area, and you just get free memory. So if you had 4 of these on the board, you would just gain 4 memory. For no reason. And you could just keep on hatching more and more eggs, and you could just flood your board. Next, we got 2 copies of Ken with his Wormmon. We got the 2 Yole with Hawkmon. Oh, I love this one. We got Kari with Gatomon. So, fun fact about Kari, her Japanese name is actually Hikari, which in Japanese means light. And Gatomon evolves into Angemon, who is the Digimon of light, or a Digimon of light. So it is a super symbolic name for Kari's JP name to be Hikari, the meaning of light. We got Cody with his Armadillomon. Fun fact, I didn't actually start watching JP Digimon until 2 or 3 years ago. And I only watched like 1.5 shows. Got TK with Patamon. And then last but not least, also limited to 1, is Ukomon's partner, Louis. Also super broken. When you play him, you can move a Digimon out of your breeding area. And then when a Digimon moves from your breeding area to the battle area you can suspend this to gain a memory. Oh gosh. Yeah, that is all the stuff. Well, I am actually going to put most of these back into this one. I'll probably put them all back in there for now. Mainly because I don't think I'm using them right away. That I'm aware of. I'm probably gonna maybe use a Wormmon, maybe the Davises, and Vmons. Not sure about the Imperial Ace. Yeah, I absolutely agree. At least not till they got older. Which, fun fact, most Digimon fans are adults now. And I think that's why their content for Digimon is starting to be a little bit more adult-catered, because they know their fan base has grown up. That's fair. Okay, I'm just gonna put them back in here, though, for right now. So, a few other interesting things I want to show, though. I did get the Firefly sleeves that Ryuko bought for me for my birthday. They're absolutely beautiful. I could just get it to focus. Look how beautiful these are. I honestly don't even want to open them because of how pretty they are. And they also have a bit of like a shine. They're absolutely gorgeous. I love them so much. And I decided to get something that was a little bit on brand. So, I don't know if people know, but I've been on a bit of a buddy fight kick lately, sorta. I kind of stopped for right now because of just how busy I've been with, like, VTuber planning stuff and whatnot. But, I decided to get buddy fight sleeves and one specific set that I could only find one of on eBay, and they were fairly cheap. I got sleeves for the on-brand name, Legend World. Because this channel name is RYsing Legend, I figured getting Legend World sleeves was actually, like, the, like, most on-brand thing I could do. I'm trying to get, like, a good angle that's, like, centered. But yeah, Legend World sleeves for the RYsing Legend. I thought it was the most on-brand thing I could get. Wow. Yeah. Because Legend's in the brand name, I thought it was a lot more on-brand than getting Dragon sleeves. But yeah, I do plan on getting back into Digimon's card game at the very least. Also, I did get the mat that Tap ordered for me. I think I might have selected far too big a size, though. It won't even fit. Like, it's so freaking big. This mat, like, hangs off the table right now. But if I, like, try to center it at least... there we go. That looks good. Really beautiful design. Mat's too big. But I do love this mat. And it will be my computer mat in my... it'll be my mat in my computer room when I, get that set up. But, because my mother's coming back sooner than we thought, it's gonna mess up things, and it's probably gonna take me a lot longer to get that computer room set up. But yeah, that mat is absolutely massive. So, biggest concern, though, regarding Digimon is that none of my decks are up to date. I've got so many decks I gotta update. It's not even funny. I have like almost 20 Digimon decks, and I don't think I should keep all of them, to be honest. But I happen to enjoy a lot of them. So, one thing for sure, Imperial's definitely going to be one of the harder decks to update. At the very least, I did fix some things in my Imperial deck. Not everything is fixed, though. And also, the Paildramons are way too expensive. Oh, and I don't know if anyone saw, but I also did get a Firefly phone case. Custom, actually. I absolutely love it. It's so nice. Now, I actually do want to re-sleeve my Imperial deck in the new Imperial sleeves. That's what I've been wanting to do. And I think instead, I might take the sleeves the deck's currently in, these Vegeta/Gogeta blue sleeves, and maybe use them for my Digi-Eggs instead. I'm not entirely sure. Wait, actually, hold up. It's actually supposed to be two different sets of sleeves in this, now that I think about it. There's supposed to be Louis and Ugomon sleeves as well, I think 4. Might be in the same pack as the Imperial sleeves. I'm not sure. I do recall there being 2 sets of sleeves, one for the ends. I think it might be in the pack. Yep, here they are. This is the other sleeve that comes in with the Imperial sleeves. It's Kid Louie with Ukomon when they first met in the movie. I don't think I'm going to use them, though. I just don't care for them, really. For the sleeves, at least. But, yeah, I do want to get Imperial updated, but the problem being one of the cards are just way too expensive now. It's really, really expensive now, I'm pretty sure. They used to be like 20 a pop. I think they spiked. Yeah, they doubled in price practically. So the Paildramons that were originally like 20s a pop, these frickers are now like $40 a piece. Take a look here. 40 bucks. And you need 4 copies. That is a $160 playset for this card. I cannot spend that much on a playset. That is just not happening. I know it's a really good card, but I am not spending $160 for a playset. That is just way too much money. That's base rarity, by the way. Not even like stamped or anything. That is base rarity of that card. Whoa, why did my table suddenly get like super like... Yeah, why did it suddenly get super like blurry? Damn. But it's just ridiculous. Like, there's a few cards I could pick up to update my Imperial deck, but not that one. I do not want to spend $160 for 4 freaking cards. Like, I could get a bunch of other cards for... Even the Dino Beamons went up in price for freaking blue-purple? Oh, gosh, no. Those things are, like, triple now. They were, like, 5s a pop, and now they're, like, Actually, no, they were, like, $250 at one point. God, I wish I got them when they were cheap. Now they're, like, almost $20 each. Sheesh. Yeah, meta spikes are real. Magnumonics antibody seems to be going down in price at least. I think it might have been limited though. I don't know. At least some of the Imperial cards are affordable, but that one is not. I'm not spending frickin' $40 a piece to get 4 copies of that for $160 total. Heck no. That is just way too freaking much. It's getting close to the price of the gosh darn Alt-Art. I think they should be doing reprints as well. That Imperial Dramon came out in BT16. We're on BT23 now. That was 7 sets ago. That set was released like a year ago, I think. For Paildramon. Waifu costs? Let me check something. I can check out Masamon's price. No. I should check Mirei's. no way that rare freaking Mirays are starting to spike. They were literally pennies a few days ago. Oh, great. I just have to say one thing. Rest in peace to Mori. Mirays are 60, almost $65 a piece, and Mori needs like 3 of them. That's over $180 for 3 copies. It's more than the place at a Paildramon. I'm so sorry to Mori. Gosh, even the freaking rare of this card is starting to spike. This thing was literally... This version of Mirai was literally a few cents, like, a few days ago. And now it's already up to, like, $3. I guess Masamon's becoming meta. Now? Oh, right. Now from Vanguard. I was at some point going to build a Varga deck, but now I don't know anymore. I literally got the sleeves, I got some of the singles for it, but I just never got all the cards to finish that deck. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and re-sleeve my Imperial deck, I guess. In the, Imperial sleeves. Just because it makes more sense. Also, you said you liked Paladin mode, right? You liked Imperial Dramon Paladin mode? Just get my binder real quick. There he is. I have a original print, the original version of him that we got. I don't run it in the deck though. Why did my music suddenly stop? I don't hear my music anymore. Why did it stop? What happened? Why don't I hear my music anymore? Did my headset just die? The frick? I think it just died. I think the headset just died. I'm not hearing any sound anymore. Oh, great. Well, I guess I could say rest in peace to the headset. It's not working anymore. Wait, maybe... I'm not hearing anything anymore. Wait. What the heck is going on? Why don't I hear anything anymore? I literally cannot hear anything anymore. I already tried unplugging it, plugging it back in. It's not working at all. What happened? What the heck happened? Hold on 1 second. What happened? It just stopped. Did it just outright die? Well, great. Because I was listening to the music too. Alright, I need to test something. I have no idea what happened to the freaking audio. It just stopped making any sounds for no reason. What if I play regular music? Ah! Okay, so it still works. Ow! Ow! Well, but for some reason it's not working for frickin' OBS. Alright, now it works. For some reason. After I had to do a earbud blast test. Ow. I know. No, not earbud. But just outright blasted my ears. Ow. But funny enough, though, this Imperial Dramon Paladin mode doesn't get run anymore. There's a Ace version that's actually triple color, and it's just easier to search. With all your searching pieces in the deck. Ow. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna re-sleeve into the Imperial sleeves, I think. Well, I'm not gonna lie, this deck is actually pretty bad right now. It's not very good. I do not have the means of making this deck good. because I can't get that Paildramon. I mean, I probably could if I really wanted to, but I do not want to spend so much money for a playset. Especially in a game where you could build decks pretty easily on a budget. Like, most of the cards in this game are super affordable. So spending all that money to make Imperial just feels like a waste to me. Especially when I could simply just build a different deck. And it's not like the deck's completely unplayable without that Paildramon. It's just better with it. Like, it's at its best with that Paildramon. But I do not want to spend that much freaking money on a playset. Heck, I think I'd rather just get boxes at that point. Actually, wait. No, I think the booster boxes for that set are also ridiculously expensive now that I think about it. I think booster boxes for the set are like over $100. That set was like super freaking expensive. Oh, never mind. There's none available at all on the internet anymore, and it says the market price is over $200 a box now. Great. I might be better off just buying, like, different sealed product for it than, like, some loose packs or something. I'd rather get sealed product at the point. Imagine I get, like, $160 worth in packs to open Paildramons and I actually get all 4 copies. That would be funny. That set has so much freaking value, it's insane. BT16 was just absolutely loaded with value. It's unbelievable. Alright. Yeah, we're gonna re-sleeve my Imperial deck for the time being. And I could just chat with you guys while I do this. I know updating my Shine Greymon deck is going to be one of the cheapest because all the stuff that I need for that deck is practically bulk price. At the very least. And I do not have any plans of getting Shine Greymon Ruin Mode because I think that card is just a cheeky no-skill use card. I'm sorry if anyone's offended by that, but it's true. That card is just an auto-win button that takes absolutely no skill to end the game. Because it's just... I'm just going to wipe out your entire board, make sure you cannot play the game, and you cannot interact with this card. I hate that card. I hate when it's used against me, and I refuse to use it against anyone else. I know it's been reprinted and it's a little more affordable now, but I really don't like the way that card plays. It is a very unfair card, and I personally feel like it should be banned. If I had control over Digimon's ban list, I would ban Ruin Mode, Death Exmon, Quartzmon, Medieval Gallantmon, the broken one that's like freaking Death X and Quartzmon fused. those cards are just so unfair, it's not even funny. At the very least, I'm fine with using Burst Mode, because Burst Mode is a necessary finisher for the Shiny Greymon deck. I don't really know what I'm gonna do to update my Imperial Dramon deck, to be honest, but at least most of the cards for it are relatively affordable. Most of them. Literally any other card except for the Pale Dramon. It's because of that gosh darn keyword Partition. Because Partition is just so strong. When that Digimon leaves the battle area, you play out Digimon from its sources for no cost. That is just absolutely insane. And that's why Mastamon, this new card, is getting super expensive. Because it has Partition as well. And it's just a very, very strong ability. Maybe that's why Paildramon and Mastamon are super expensive right now, because Partition's just such a freaking broken keyword, maybe, that it's just really, really strong in the meta. I remember seeing someone say something very funny. They said, meta this, meta that, have you ever met a girl? I thought that was kind of funny. Since I can't afford the new Paildramon, I'm just sticking with good old Reliable from the starter deck. It's like, if it ain't broke, why stop using it? I mean, sure, it doesn't have the Partition, but it's still good. Like, it could still get the job done. The whole point is just swing with multiple attacks with jamming and just gotta go. Then I have this Paildramon as well. This Dino Bee. Just because. I think 7's enough in this deck for ultimates. I think 8 might be a little too many. But I am hoping to pick up some stuff at least soon. Believe it or not, my first deck that I ever built for Digimon fully was actually Jessmon. And I actually do want to update it. So I gotta probably try to pick up some of the stuff sooner rather than later. Alright, thanks Ace. Thanks for dropping in. I'm gonna have to figure out some stuff. I can't believe those Paildramons are $40 a piece now, and it's a 4 of in the deck. I'm either not gonna use it at all, not gonna get it, or I'm gonna have to trade for it or get some freaking sealed product. Hope I open it, and if I don't trade for it, I don't know. It's ridiculous how expensive that is now. That is just too much money for a playset. They need to reprint it. It's been 7 sets since it was released. It came out last year. I think it's probably fine for them to Actually, it might have been 2 years ago. No, actually, yeah, it might have been actually about 2 years ago. Is it 2 years ago? I gotta look up the freaking release day of that. It's been a while, I know that much. It's just way too much freaking money. Another thing, though, I've been like so freaking. Oh God, is this? Oh damn it, it's dented. This is probably not legal to use anymore. Unless I put it on the other side. Have the dented side be facing away from the art. That's probably fine. I feel like these sleeves are a tight fit. I don't want to damage anything. Oh, good enough. I'm not really sure what else, though. I know that updating Dark Knight Mon's also probably going to be cheap for the most part. I'm wondering how much I can upgrade Imperial without breaking Bank, without getting the Piledramon. That Piledramon is like the core reason to why the deck's good. So if I were to update the deck and not put that in there, how good would it even be? Would it even function well enough without it? Let's see, what else? You know, I don't even know how much the new Digimon story Time Stranger is. It's probably available on Steam, right? Let me look it up. Digimon Story Time Stranger. Is it available on Steam? Yes, yes it is. Oh. It's Deluxe Edition, Ultimate Edition, Season Pass, Costumes? Paid DLC. Well, that's expensive. But at least the game's quality's better than frickin' Legends ZA. So if I want to update Imperial Dramon without the Piledramons, the Fighter Mode Aces are only $1 pop, that's not too bad. The newest Dragon Mode form that's good is less than $1. Okay. Davis and Kens are about $1 a piece. Almost $2 a piece. It's not terrible. There's a Wormmon in this set that's used sometimes, and it's not too bad. It's like $2. Huh. Some people use Togemogumon as like a one-of. It's like a few cents. I guess most of the other cards aren't too bad. So it might just be the Paildramons. I know that there's also the Paladin mode Ace that's probably used in the deck as well. As like a one-of, I'm pretty sure. I don't see why it would be any more than a one-of, honestly. Paladin mode Ace is about $4. That's not too bad. I guess I could probably update this deck. I know that they also run, I think it was Emerald Memory Boost or something, or Jade Memory Boost. It was Jade Memory Boost, and they usually use like 2 copies, about $4 each. I guess I could probably do a lot of the updates for this deck. Just not all of them, because of the sheer expensiveness of the Paildramons. Right now, 2 Lydramon. Managed to find these in a bulk bin at a card shop before I came back home from my flight. That one's limited to 1. That one you have to run F4. I have to run this one F4 for the memory game. Let me get that. Alright. It works, it works. Alright. Maybe I should see if I can have somebody hop on with me to talk to for a bit. I was going to see if any of my Digimon friends were available, but no, it does not look like they're online. Well, honestly, I just don't know what else to talk about at this point. I don't think we're hitting 1K on stream. Probably another time. Yeah, it did. Well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm really bad at this. I'm really bad at talking when I'm not playing a game, or actually just talking in general. Well, we know I'm gonna be coming back to playing Digimon, obviously, because we have it right in front of me right now. I've done a lot of different things over time in my time as of the time I've been a VTuber. But there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I probably won't be doing anymore. That I've already stopped. I used to really love playing Pokemon and stuff. Nowadays, it's like I don't know if I could support Pokemon anymore. It just, to me, like there is a lot of people who are having fun with Legends ZA. I don't even want to give them that chance because I feel like the quality of the game is just bad compared to like some of these other games that we could play. Like games that I already play. Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero are free games, by the way. And their graphics quality is undeniably better. While Legend ZA feels so, like, sloppy. Like, I've been seeing some people on YouTube talking about how bad it looks when they have the funds to make it so much better and they just don't. And so I just don't even want to give them my money anymore. So I don't even know if I want to even touch Pokemon's stuff anymore. Because why give them money for a game that they're not even trying to make good? The graphics just... I saw the graphics. I took a look ahead of time. And I'm so unbelievably disappointed in how they look. And on top of that, Nintendo's proven that they could do voice acting in their games. We've gotten voice acting in the Zelda games. But Pokemon does not adapt and still hasn't had voice acting. They could very well implement it, but they don't. I guarantee you they have not increased their budget at all in a while. And they should increase their budget. It just feels like Pokemon's not improving. And I'm disappointed in the franchise, honestly. I used to love it so much, but now it just feels like they don't care. They think, oh, they'll buy our games just because it's our brand, so we don't have to put nearly as much effort into it. And that kind of mindset is just awful. So I genuinely do not know if I ever want to touch Pokemon games again. Any of the new ones. I'm just so undeniably disappointed in Legends ZA. It's just not even funny. Like, sure, the shiny hunting's great, but that's not enough to get me to play it. It's not. I'm definitely a bit more interested in maybe playing the Digimon game. I'm not entirely sure. Because, like, I tried to get into Cyber Sleuth. I just kept falling off of it so much. I just couldn't stick with it. So I don't know if maybe Digimon games are really for me. Other than maybe, like, the card game as we see right now. we already know that I absolutely love Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero. I don't care what anyone else says about those games. I love those games. I have a lot of fun with Zenless. Star Rail, I've just grown so emotionally attached to, honestly. Like, I love the game so much. It has so much sentimental value for me. Zenless is definitely a game I play a lot more casually than Star Rail for sure. I don't really worry about endgame in Zenless as much as I do in Star Rail. I do still have a habit of trying to hyper build my characters to be good. That's just my normal habit. I just like to make sure my characters are good. And sometimes I might do some endgame in Zenless, but it's not something I really do, like, super focus on. Zenless is definitely more a story focus for me for that game compared to, like, the endgame modes. I think I definitely prefer Star Rail's endgame mainly because, it's a lot less motion intensive, if you get what I'm saying. Like, with games like Zenless, um, definitely have to try harder with the controls because it's a real-time combat game. But I still like it. Like, it's still really fun, and sometimes I might be in the mood to be a little competitive with it, but not all the time. Wuthering Waves, I have not gotten far enough to say anything about, if I'm being honest. I literally stopped keeping up with the story after Shorekeeper's story. I didn't stop because the story was bad by any means. It was just time constraints. I actually think the Wuthering Waves story is absolutely wonderful. Honestly, definitely made me cry. Shorekeeper's part of the story definitely 100% made me cry. I loved it so much, honestly. I do want to continue it eventually, but I think for right now, I need to get my life a little bit more on track before I get to that. And I definitely need to learn how to improve my time management somehow, especially if I start working more days of the week again. Um, Currently, my job has me no more than 3 days a week, but um, if I could show them that I can do better, then maybe they'll put me back up to 4 days a week. I would really like to go back up to 4 days a week because that would be more funding for me and the channel. Since I'm not making any money through streaming right now, guys. I don't know if you know this. I am not making absolutely any money through streams or videos whatsoever. So whatever money I get, it's from my own pocket that I put into things. I don't even take sponsorships anymore on Twitch. I don't even stream on Twitch anymore, so subs are not a thing for me on YouTube, on Twitch anymore. We don't get super chats. We don't get YouTube channel members. I make absolutely zero money through my content right now. And so any money that I get is from work right now, or selling things that I no longer wish to keep with me. So yeah. I mean, I would love to find more ways of making money, but time constraints. And I also just don't really know what else to do. I'm even considering trying to get a second job right now because I really do want to succeed at this. I've been a VTuber for 4 years now, guys, and it feels like I really haven't gotten anywhere with it. And I know it's not because I'm a male VTuber. A lot of people like to complain and whine saying, it's all because I'm a male VTuber, and I'm not gonna lie, originally I was the same way. But after working with this one VTuber manager for a little bit recently, and having her kind of like sit down and talk with me about some stuff, I've come to realize it's just that I'm not doing things right. I could be doing things far better than I have been. And my failure for growth is on nothing to blame but myself. I could be doing so much better, and I need to try to. I'm also really bad at keeping up with social media, that's for damn sure. I don't really keep up with the trends, which I need to start doing that as well. I need to do better. That's all it is. I need to do better. That is it. I need to stop things that don't work, and I need to fix the things that I want to work, or maybe try things that do work. I've been trying to keep up with, like, using Twitter, and I have seen a little bit of growth on there, but it's started to get slow again. Even though I've been a lot more active, I don't understand why, to be honest. So I need to figure out how I could do better on there, too. I need to figure out how I could do better here on YouTube. Because I'm not getting a lot of traction. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm really not. And the only reason I can understand why is because I'm not doing something right. There's got to be something I'm not doing right. I don't know what it is yet, but there's got to be something that I'm not doing yet that I could be doing better. And so I have to figure it out and fix it. But there's a lot more too. Now, I was hoping after I get my computer back that maybe I could expand upon different things. I need to definitely fix my problem with time management. That is definitely my biggest weakness right now. Is I am absolutely horrible with time management. And that is particularly why I think working with a VTuber manager is something that I am leaning towards doing. I did technically start, but it was only a one-time thing, and I kind of stopped after that one-time thing because I kind of just wasn't sure if I was gonna have the funds to keep doing it. But now I feel like most likely I will have the funds, and so I need to try to reach out again, most likely. And maybe I might let them be a little more hands-on with my stuff. Because that's another thing that I've definitely learned. I think that by myself, I'm not nearly as good. I struggle to do things by myself, and these last 4 years have definitely made me realize that. I'm always quick to jump the gun on things, and it's a really bad habit. And so I need someone who can honestly kind of steer me in the right direction. That's what I really feel. I don't want to fall off track, and I do want to be better, but I feel like I can't do it alone. So I'm definitely going to be working with someone eventually. I don't know if it's going to be the same person who I worked with about a month ago, but I'm definitely going to be looking to get help from someone so that I can try to improve. I just know that I could be a much better VTuber than I am. I just need to find my way and find someone who can guide me the right way. At the very least, I did learn about where I'm struggling in a lot of ways. And we just need to look at other things I might be struggling with as well. If we can just tackle all the reasons why I'm struggling, we can then start looking towards finding a solution that will help. We just have to search for it. I know I could do better. I'm hoping that I can be better. I've made a lot of mistakes in my time as a VTuber, and that's for sure. In this journey, there's been so many things that have happened, good and bad, all leading me to try to grow. At least I'm learning from my mistakes, and I'm trying to make sure I figure out what they all are so I can, again, just do better. I know one thing's for sure, sometimes I set the bar too high, maybe. It's like, on my post that I did on Twitter, it's like, we reach 1K followers on this platform and 1K subscribers on YouTube, I'll sing for you guys. Honestly, I kind of knew it wasn't gonna work. Mainly because I'm just not visible enough in the algorithm on any platform. You would think that being a VTuber for 4 years, that I would be a lot better seen. In most people's cases, the answer is yes. A lot of people have grown significantly in the time that I've been a VTuber. Reasons I have not is I'm not doing things right, as I said. And I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong and try to fix it. I also know that I definitely need to invest a lot more monetarily into my stuff. I did also jump the gun when I debuted originally. I honestly should not have started being a VTuber when I did. I should have given myself a lot more time to prepare than I did. I kind of rushed and ended up not looking as good as I would have liked to. Go ahead and grab those Davises. I'm only running 2 copies anyway. Most people aren't actually running any at all, but it's outdated as well. It's still a good card. I honestly had a lot of big plans that I wanted to do, to be honest with you. More than just simply anniversary stream, woohoo. I'm honest, I was hoping to do some really big projects later in the year, but big projects require big financial investments. And so I gotta start putting away a lot more money than I had, most likely. Part of me feels like the only way that I'm gonna grow at a reasonable enough rate is if I start doing some really big projects that I invest financially into. But I don't even know if it's true, if that's a true statement at all. I want to do song covers, maybe. I know my voice acting videos, some of them have done pretty okay. Like the one Vanguard one I did almost a year ago, that one went decently. Not the best it could have been, I'm sure, but it went pretty okay. It's probably one of my best performing things. I just know I can do better. I just know that a lot of the things I gotta do in order to do better, it's definitely gonna require financial investments for sure. In order to become a good like a really big VTuber, a really good VTuber, you can't do it for free. That's something that I've definitely learned. I've been using all free assets and stuff, a bunch of free things to try, and it's not enough. It's definitely not. You need to be willing to financially invest a lot into VTubing to grow. Free stuff just doesn't cut it anymore these days. And you can't just click stream and play a game and expect to grow. It's not realistic. Only things I could tell you guys for sure is that next year, I'm hoping I could do far more than I have been able to these last 2 years. I'm going to be investing a lot of money into my stuff this next year or two. Probably 1 year. I really don't know. But I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not rushing things anymore. When I say I'm not rushing things, it's like, if I have a plan, I need to stick to it in full. I cannot rush it. For example, my plan for a re-debut that I've been wanting to do, as I completely bombed the first one. My actual debut, I completely fumbled that one because I rushed it. I could have done so much better if I would have just waited and planned things out a lot more carefully than I had at the time. I could have definitely done far, far better for my debut than I did if I would have just taken the time to just carefully plan things out. But I can tell you guys right now, if I somehow manage to get the funds to invest in that re-debut as I want to, I guarantee you that it'll be so much better. That I can go so much further with it than I did for my original debut. I have so many big plans for the next year that I'm hoping I'll be able to get the funds for. And so to do that, I also need to be a lot more careful with my money because I'm not getting money through any other means besides working. So I need to do everything I can in my power to get the funding I need so that I can make that re-debut plan happen and be one of the greatest things in the entire VTuber community. I'm gonna say something a little cocky right now. A bold declaration, if you would. I genuinely believe that I could definitely be one of the greatest VTubers on the planet if I had the funding to do what I want to do. I have plans as a VTuber that no other VTuber have ever done. And if I can make it happen, there's no way that I won't be seen. I just need to build up the funding for it. But it's not going to be cheap. We're not talking a few $100s. No, we're talking thousands of dollars I'm going to have to invest into some of this stuff. My biggest selling point, I think, that's going to be of my brand is definitely going to be my lore rewrite. I genuinely feel like my lore, once it's done, could have potential to be the greatest VTuber lore of all time. And I'm not exaggerating it, and I'm not bluffing it. I am completely serious when I tell you guys I think that my VTuber lore, when it's redone, it could very well be the greatest on the planet. And the way that I'm planning to execute it, it's going to be insane if I can get the funding to make it happen. I need to stretch out my legs for a moment. I'm not just having back problems, I'll have a hip problem as well. Just pop my wrists. I will say that Digimon is definitely a hobby for me. One that I do like to play competitively every once in a blue moon. Again, I'm very competitive by nature. I like to challenge myself when it comes to like facing off against, whether it's like facing off against in-game enemies or facing off against other players in the card games here. That's definitely one of my biggest things. But I'd say that by far my strongest points as a person is definitely my creative mind. But I definitely think that things I could be utilizing more that might help with my growth definitely would be my voice acting that I could do, and probably my singing. If I do a song cover, I do need to be honest, I can't sing everything. By no means am I able to sing every freaking song. That's another thing I've learned, is that there are some songs that I don't think people can sing, including myself. Every person has a set vocal range. And so, in my eyes, that tells me that there's only certain songs that people are able to sing. Most people cannot sing every single song they want to sing. There's gonna be some songs that are outside of a person's vocal range. And I'm definitely learning that about myself as well. There's definitely some songs I'm just definitely not able to sing, because they're just not in my vocal range. But the ones that are in my vocal range, I'm definitely not bad at. I know there's some people who try to compensate for songs that are not in their vocal range by changing the song a bit to match their vocal range. And that's definitely something interesting, and it can work for some people. But I think it really also depends on what the song is. I was talking about earlier on the stream how the things that really define my brand are definitely dragons and swords. And that's why you'll see me play a lot of the games that I have played. Honkai Star Rail and Xenoblade Zone Zero, they both have characters I played that use swords. Also in Honkai Star Rail, you got Castris, who has actual dragon as her summon, which is literally my thing. Wuthering Waves, same case, Sword. But I don't really play that often because of time constraints. The card games I play typically will have decks that contain something dragon related or sword related in one way or another. I used to play Pokemon pretty often, and I would usually try to bring a dragon type on my teams. And you also have some sword Pokemon. I played Dark Souls 3 before. Obviously that has swords. I actually really want to try Final Fantasy VII Remake. I actually started it once when I was friends with somebody and I used to play at their house. I never finished it though, and so I eventually bought my own copy of the game for PC, but I just haven't been able to do it at all, to play it at all. I genuinely don't know if I even want to touch Nintendo stuff anymore moving forward streams. I really, maybe not new stuff at least. At the very least, I do still really like Zelda stuff. I've had sometimes urge to replay some games. But, just don't have the time for everything. All honesty, I feel like I do enough stuff as is, and it's kind of hard to pick up new games. Between just Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero, and honestly, usually that alone is enough. Because I'm only streaming, like, what, 2 days a week max, typically? Actually, for the most part, I feel like I've only been streaming, like, once a week. I definitely don't stream as much as I used to when I was out in Utah. But then again, that is also because I'm just really bad with time management. I might try doing some Digimon stuff on stream eventually. Like I am now, kinda. Maybe I'll, do some stuff with some of my Digimon playing friends on streams, I don't know. I know I was in the talks with one of my buddies about maybe doing a video series for Digimon. Not entirely sure about that. Part of me wants to go back and try to finish Dark Souls 3, but if I do, I'll probably wait until my computer is set up. I'm just shocked that my mother's coming back this weekend. And it's because of some really stupid stuff. And so now it's gonna definitely hurt my plans of trying to, get my computer set up. I'm definitely gonna have a lot to think about for sure. For stuff for the present and stuff for the future. I know that next year I really wanted to have a re-debut, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to. I think it really depends on how my financial situation goes moving forward. I 100% need to look into a lot of things. I also honestly need to look into some medical stuff as well, probably. Just to make sure I'm okay. I have been having some issues with my body lately that I should probably get checked to make sure that everything's alright. But, you know, once most things are figured out, maybe I should not wait, maybe I should not rush into my re-debut stuff right away. I should make sure that whatever financial things I need to take care of, or anything that requires financial assistance, is taken care of before I even consider looking into VTuber stuff. Like, like as I was saying, I should probably look into checking medical things for sure. I know I briefly spoke about this, but I've been getting like this really weird chill on like only the left side of my face, and I don't know why. It might be serious, it might not. I really don't know. And so, I did get a notice in the mail that my work benefits, I can apply for them soon. So I might be doing that soon to make sure I can get medical and dental care that I need. I might have to I definitely need to get my teeth fixed, that's for sure. I'm pretty sure I might have some cavities. Some. I'm hoping it's not bad, but I do also need to get my wisdom teeth removed. Those have been a bit of a problem. I'm just hoping by next year that I could just be better. That's all I want. I don't need to hit like 1K, no, 1 mil by next year or anything, though it would be absolutely amazing if I could. I just want to do better next year. I want to be better. By next year, I want to be able to have that free debut, but be able to do it after having everything important taken care of. Like, at the very least, one major improvement in this last year, I've lost a lot of weight, guys. I've been working out, getting in better shape. When I got back home in November of last year, I was just over 200 pounds. I am now down to about 143 pounds. I've lost about 60 pounds in a year. And on top of that, look how much slimmer my arms are. My arms have got, like, slimmed out a lot. And I actually have... I'm definitely in the pretty much best shape of my life that I've ever been. And I'm definitely proud of my progress. But I just want to make sure that I'm okay. And I know I could still definitely be better. You know, like, for right now, that's pretty good progress on my arms. Like, I'm definitely happy with the progress, but I also could be stronger as well. I want to make sure that... I know one thing, I'm definitely not as weak as I was last year. But I know I could definitely be a little stronger. And I feel like that maybe my mental health might actually have improved a little bit. Potentially. I definitely think that my mental health has definitely changed. I may not be as negative as I used to be. I don't know. I'm definitely still negative to some extent. That's for sure. But that's only with reason. So, everything I'm planning to do right now, in terms of life stuff, I'm going to be looking into my work benefits to try to see if I can get some dental and medical coverage. I think vision is okay for now. I probably should still get it, but I don't think it's that big of an issue. Like, I think it's okay for right now. But I definitely need to get some medical and dental stuff taken care of. Some of my teeth are a little bit, like, crooked. And I gotta get those wisdom teeth removed and probably some cavities dealt with, most likely, unfortunately. Um, keep on working on my body a bit. I'm trying to flatten out my stomach a bit more. It's definitely gone down. I can tell you right now, I used to have a man chest. My chest is completely flat now. Like, I have no chest now, practically. And it's absolutely weird to see that. Who knows, maybe by my summertime I might have, I might be. If I keep up with my exercising and I maintain a healthier diet, I might be in really damn good shape by next summer. I don't know if I'll be shredded specifically, but I'll at least be in really good shape. Heck, I might be able to wear maybe I'll be able to wear a swimsuit by the summertime. Would be interesting. Anything else related to health-wise that I would take care of soon? Maybe get my back checked. I've been trying to sleep on my back lately. It does not work for me. I literally cannot fall asleep on my back whatsoever. Every time I try to go to sleep on my back, I'm wide awake. Like, I just cannot do it. I've tried, and I just cannot get comfortable at all. I also stopped sleeping on a bed. I've realized that sleeping on a mattress on a bed in general is not good for health. It is honestly really bad for you, for my body at least, it's really bad for. And another thing about sleeping, not sleeping in a bed, I am technically sleeping on the floor, but it's not a bare floor. Like, we have carpeting in the room, and I put down, like, a few, like, layers of, like, blankets and stuff, and pillows to kind of, like, make, like, a makeshift futon, because I don't have an actual futon. And I can tell you right now, I think I'm definitely sleeping better. As long as I'm not on my back. But I would prefer to try and get more adjusted to sleeping on my back instead, because it's a lot healthier for you. Because I struggle to maintain my back lately. I typically have back pain, and it really sucks when it does happen. Sometimes when I'm working, I have to wear a back brace. I feel like my back health has improved, but I don't think it's at a point where I would say it's good yet. I'm especially having issues with my left hip as well. I have no idea why or how I'm going to get that fixed. That is a reason I want to probably look into getting my medical coverage soon, so I can get that checked out and see if we can do anything about my hip. If I can fix my back and my hip, I'll be in great condition to be able to live out my life a lot better. I'm already getting in better shape. If I could just make sure that my body is just pain-free and healthy, then I'll be great. But that's one of the more important things I'm going to probably take care of soon. All my stuff should be arriving within the next week from Utah. And unfortunately, it's going to take a little longer to get my computer set up than I would have liked, because unexpectedly my mother is coming home before she's ready. So that's going to create some chaos. And my dad's probably going to be even more stressed out. That poor man's going through too much. But once all the chaotic things are dealt with, that's when I'll probably start looking into my VTuber stuff that I want to get done. I'm at least this year I was working, so I'll actually be able to receive a tax return when tax season happens. So I'm thinking that with the money that I get from my tax return, that might be what I put towards the VTuber stuff. And it might help a lot. And when I get my stuff back as well, I think there's a lot of stuff I'm probably going to downsize and get rid of. I think that'll definitely also help me getting funding as well for it all. I know some people say, like, use Patreon or something to try to get some funds, or coffee. And it's like, that would be great, except I don't think anyone is ever going to throw me money anymore. Because, like, all the people I know are struggling just as bad, if not worse, than me. And I just don't think it would be wise to do that. And it's like, what are the odds that people who don't even know me, who have never heard of me, are going to want to financially support me for my cause? For my content and stuff. And it's like, if you do that stuff, you have to be able to reward the people who are supporting you. I just don't really feel like I have anything I can give in return to the people who do support me through, like, financial means like that. Yes, it would be really helpful to get the extra funding, but the odds of it happening are just absolutely slim. But I really do mean it that if I had the funds, that I could definitely make some really incredible things that would definitely turn the tables for me. And would definitely make it hard for people to not see me anymore. It would make it a lot harder for people to miss me. I'd be a lot harder to miss. There we go. That's probably more like it. I'm even wondering as far as if I should probably sell, like, some of my Switch games at this point, honestly. Because, like, a lot of them, I don't think I really want anymore. I might still keep my Switch, but I'm not entirely sure. The only thing I really use it for these days is just that I dock it with the TV, and I sometimes put anime on it on the big screen. That's about it. So, like, I don't really even play Switch games that much anymore. Almost never at this point. So if I need to organize my thoughts, which I should, and put everything on the table of what I need to do. First and foremost, I need to look into getting my health stuff taken care of. Try to get my body as fixed and healthy as it can be. I'm going to be getting my stuff soon, so I need to figure out everything I'm doing with my stuff. I need to figure out what exactly do I not need anymore so that I can condense the amount of things I have. And then try to get money for what I do not want so that I could save up some money towards VTuber projects for that re-debut I want to do next year. I eventually want to do song covers at some point. I'm eventually going to maybe try to do some more voice actor projects. I'm always gonna keep playing Honkai Star Rail and Zen Zone Zero for the time being. I need to update some decks for Digimon. I'm not exactly sure about Vanguard, but I know I'm going to be downsizing my collection quite a bit. I might downsize a little on my Digimon collection a bit more too. I actually downsized some of it when I was out in Utah. I separated a bit of this stuff and I'm like, oh yeah, I never told you guys. I decided to do something very, very nice. And you guys might not believe it, but I did do this. I told Mori was telling me, my best friend, that She was planning to try to get a Digimon community started out at a new card shop that opened up there. There's a lot of people who are gauging interest in the Digimon card game out there. I decided to be very nice, and I said, okay, I don't want to take all these cards back with me. There's just too much Digimon bulk. I don't even need it all. I'm just going to let you keep it, and you can bring it to the locals to help the people start with getting into the game. I donated a chunk of my Digimon collection to a local game store to help jumpstart their own Digimon community. And I asked for nothing in return. The only thing I might ask more to do is just tell them about my channel. That's it. If they're interested in checking me out and they decide to subscribe, awesome. If they're too busy and don't have the time for it, it's okay. I was just doing it out of goodwill for the most part. I had a whole bunch of extra stuff. I didn't need it all. They want to start a community out there for the game. I decided to help them out. As simple as that. I hope it helps them. I genuinely do. Ugh. Alright, gosh, it's really, really hard for me to focus on things. I was trying to organize my thoughts for all my big plans. So, as I was saying, my stuff's gonna be getting back here soon. I want to downsize some of it when it gets here. That's one of my priorities. Another priority is gonna be signing up for my benefits at work when I have the opportunity to soon, probably within the next week or two. Get mental and dental coverage at the bare minimum so I can get my body and my teeth fixed. So that I can start feeling much better physically and improve my health. And to some extent my looks. I'm going to be continuing to work out, get in better shape, and I'm going to be even better shape than I am now, which I'm already in much better shape than I was a year ago. I'm going to be working on planning for re-debut potentially next year. If not, maybe the year after. It depends on how much time it takes to get things done. I need to make sure I'm planning things out carefully and get things done one step at a time. And I also have to make sure I have the money for it. I'm going to definitely continue with Honkai Star Rail and Zenless Zone Zero. Those are my favorite games right now. I'm getting back into the Digimon card game as we see here. I don't know about Vanguard at this point. I know for a fact I'm at least downsizing my collection. That's the bare minimum that's happening. Once my computer gets hooked up, I can potentially look into new games. Potentially. I'm not entirely sure of how that's going to be, but I know there's some I want to try. So I might branch off and play some new games. I don't know. I'm going to be dabbling more into my voice acting. I'm going to be dabbling more into my singing at some point. I can't give a time frame because I have no idea because there's going to be so much going on. I'm going to try to keep up with YouTube and Twitter at the very least. For the time being, I'm not worried about Twitch anymore. I think Twitch is just not for me right now. Once I get my computer all set up again, I might try to multi-stream. I don't know for a fact if I will. But we'll have to wait and see on that. Can't really think of anything else. If there's anything else I'm thinking of, it's stuff that is surprises that you guys aren't allowed to know yet until I'm ready for them. I'm sorry, but that's gonna be the case. Hey, fun fact, I got a response from Buff Pup on a post on Twitter. That was pretty cool. Completely unrelated to any of this. But it's cool that a bigger streamer actually responded to me. I've always thought she was pretty neat. She seems like a kind person. I was telling her about how I started getting in better shape and showed a little bit of my progress, and she was congratulating me on the stuff. It definitely made me happy. I would love a chance to be able to become friends with some of these bigger streamers like Buff Pop, but I feel like in order for me to actually have any potential being friends with these bigger streamers, that I myself need to grow and become a bigger streamer. I'm lucky that I got the time of day from her for just a response to a Twitter post, and I'm definitely happy about it at the very least. But as I've been saying throughout this whole stream, I could definitely do better, and I want to do better, and I want to be better. In every aspect. I want to better myself physically, mentally, as a streamer, as a VTuber. My tongue feels a little numb. Why? I don't know, maybe this is a sign that I should probably get ready to end the stream. I'm getting that cold feeling on the left side of my face again, and it's on my tongue as well. It's almost like my tongue's a little numb. I don't know. Or maybe my face is just so cold from the weather. I don't even know. But it's a little weird, it's only the left side of my face. But we're gonna have to see what happens. I do apologize if maybe this stream wasn't nearly as exciting as an anniversary stream would be for another streamer. I really don't have the ability to do much right now. And even if I did, it probably wouldn't do much anyway. So that's why I'm only really planning to go big for next year, maybe. I feel like the 5th anniversary is like a real milestone to celebrate, like at full capacity. And that's why I'm really hoping that potentially for my 5th anniversary next year, that I could have like a really good like re-debut. But I'm gonna have to invest probably thousands of dollars to make it good. Especially with the insane ideas that I've got in mind. And I also gotta find a lot of people to work with as well, probably. Between artists, artists, people who help with like music and stuff, song covers or whatnot. I gotta figure out. God, there's a lot, and I also have to do more research on being a YouTube streamer because I'm still very inexperienced with YouTube streaming, to be honest. I'm sure there's still a lot of stuff that I could be doing differently that would improve my chances here on this platform, but I just don't really know where to look. So I definitely have to do a lot more research. But for now, I think I'm probably just gonna call it. You know, happy 4-year anniversary. 4 years is, I guess it is a pretty long stretch. Some people don't even make it to 2 years, honestly. There's been a lot of VTubers that I know probably dropped VTubing pretty early on. The fact that I'm still trying, even though I'm not doing very good, is definitely surprising, but it's not that... I know there was a lot of times I was considering quitting, but it really was just that I ended up learning things. And these things I've learned made me realize that I shouldn't give up just yet, because I haven't been doing my best yet. Like, there's so much I could be doing way better than I am. And I feel like that maybe once I do start doing things better, that maybe things will finally turn around for me and I could be a much better VTuber. Heck, maybe I might finally hit my goal, my small goal of finally passing 1,000 subscribers or followers on any or all my platforms that I use. But I gotta figure out what to do in order to get to that step first. And there's still so many in between steps that I gotta do as well on top of that. Being a VTuber is not easy. It's not. You don't simply just click the start stream button and call it a day after that. There's a lot of technical things that go into it, and I definitely need to do a lot more research and get a lot more help so that I can finally reach my potential. And I'm definitely going to do that. I'm going to find the help I need one way or another, and I'm going to finally unlock my potential as a VTuber. I'm going to go from a rising legend to becoming a legend. That is my goal. I'm tired of being someone who is trying to be a legend. I'm ready to put in the work and be a legend. And that's what hopefully the goal is by next year, is that I'll finally attain my path to becoming a legend for real. That I'll finally be one at that point, maybe. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you to the people who did decide to stop by. Thank you to any new subscribers if I didn't thank you before. I do appreciate it. I'm really hoping we can get to 1K at some point. 1,000 subscribers, 1,000 followers on Twitter/X, whatever it is. Some growth on Blue Sky would be pretty nice too, honestly. I just need to do better. I know I've said this a lot, but I know I can do better, and I will try to do better. And I'm gonna make sure I get the help that I need so I can do better. Guys, thank you very much for those of you who've been willing to stick with me for these last few years. I know that I've had some very loyal people in my community who have stuck with me for a very long time. There's been so many people in and out of my life through VTubing, and the few people who did decide to stick around, I really appreciate you guys. You really mean the world to me. And I'm really grateful for all the support you've given me. I know there's a lot of you that would have been really sad if I were to quit, so thank you for giving me the support and letting me know that you are there for me. I really am grateful. I'm just hoping that maybe by next year that I can truly be better and that I can finally start reaching my potential soon. Because I know that I'm not anywhere close to reaching my potential yet. But I know that maybe I'm starting to finally get onto the right path to become better. To finally be able to reach my potential soon. I know there's been a lot of road bumps. There's been drama. There's been conflicts. There's been so many ups and downs. But in the end, there was a lot of life lessons learned throughout this entire journey. And it's definitely helping me grow as a person. And I'm starting to learn a lot more of what to and what not to do. And I've definitely learned that I definitely have some really good people in my life. And that drama is not how I want to grow. I know I definitely leaned into drama a bit over time, especially with all the conflicts I had gone through, but I've eventually woken up and realized, hey, that's not the way I want to do things. That's not what I want to be remembered for. To tell you guys the truth, the things I truly want to be remembered for as a VTuber is for the incredible ideas that I've been hiding from you all. The ideas that I can finally use to unlock my potential as a VTuber. And once I get the funding to make those ideas happen, I just know that I'll finally be able to reach that potential that I've been so eagerly striving for. Especially now that I've come to realize where I want to stand as a VTuber. I don't want to draw you guys, I don't want to draw in anyone with drama. I want to draw you guys in with my exciting ideas and projects. I want to create things that people can be excited over. Like, for example, when I made that voice acting video a year ago where I did a fan dub of a Vanguard scene, I got such amazing praise. Some people told me that my fan dub was better than the official dub. Do you know how much of an honor that kind of praise is? That was honestly such an honor to be given such a praise like that. I want to create more things like that, which people will really like they did with that. But I want to create things that reach way more people than that ever did. And I can tell you right now, the thing that's going to start it all is going to be my recreation of my lore. I am certain that my lore is going to become my main selling point of my brand. Not a lot of VTubers are nearly as lore emphasis as I'm going to be. And I'm going to be investing so much time, effort, and finances into my lore. Because I genuinely think that my lore will have the potential to be the best VTuber lore ever made. And that it will be the reason that people remember me. And I just really want to make sure that I put put all that time that I want into my lore to make sure it comes out the best it can be. I do not want to disappoint, and I really want to live up to these words I'm saying. I want to be able to say that, hey, my VTuber lore ended up becoming the best. I want to genuinely be able to tell you guys that. And I want to be able to tell you guys that, guys, I can confidently say that my lore is going to be one of the most incredible things that you've ever seen a VTuber make. And I'm really hoping that I can actually live up to that hype and provide you guys with something absolutely incredible. I want to make things that excite you all, that bring you guys, like, joy to see. Thrill, joy, excitement. I want it to be such an amazing experience for you guys to see whenever it's done. I really do. And I want to make sure that whenever I do get that re-debut, even if it ends up being more than a year from now than planned, or later than planned, I still want it to be a really exciting moment for you all, in which you can all remember me and say, hey, I got to see this guy before he finally became a legend for real. Or be like, hey, that is how Rye ended up becoming... No, this is... Let me rephrase it. Hey, this is how Rye went from a rising legend to a legend. And I just really hope that I can truly do that. That's what I want the most. And I'm hoping that anywhere around the world, other VTubers are seeing this and they're putting their eyes on me thinking, I want to see this guy go places. I want to see this guy succeed. And when he does succeed, I want to witness it for myself. That's what I really want. And I don't want to use other people as stepping stones. I want to make this happen through nothing but my own efforts. Maybe with the support of other people, if they're willing to. But I will not use anyone as stepping stones. I do not see other content creators as competition. I see other VTubers as either potential inspiration or people that I might be interested in becoming friends with. And I know that's a very tough thing because not every VTuber is in it to make friends, but for those who I would like to be friends with, I do hope that they are also the type who are interested in making friends as well. But I gotta give a shout out, okay? Megalodon VT, she was saying how Twitch doing what they were doing is hurting VTubers who have potential to become the next big VTubers. I want to make her proud, and I want her to see me succeed someday. She has noticed me, technically. I don't know if she still remembers me, but she has noticed me on Twitter. She has not responded to any of my tweets per se, but she has liked, at the very least, one of my responses to her tweets. So she has seen me at least. I don't know if she'll remember me, but she has seen me. And I want to make Buff Pup proud too as well, because Buff Pup was the first big VTuber that I've ever watched to ever actually notice me and give me the time of day for a response. And that did really make me happy. I want to make incredible VTubers like them. I want to make them proud of me. And I would love for them to notice me and put their eyes on me. And watch me finally go from a rising legend to an actual legend. And to all of you who are watching as well, if to any of the eyes who's witnessed this, I hope that you will join me for this journey as well, and watch me go from a rising legend to a legend. I want people to be proud of me. I really do. I've done so much self-reflection over these years. I've done so much growing and learning. I failed to learn from failure. I've been doing research to try to learn new things. I want to make this happen. I want to be able to make these people proud of me. I want to make all of you proud of me who have stood by me or who will eventually stand by me when you see this. I want to make you proud of me. I want you all to be proud of me, and I want to be proud of myself. And heck, I even want to make my family proud of me. I want to be able to tell everyone, hey, I used to be someone who wanted to be a legend, and then I finally became a legend. With that note, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to go now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And yeah, I hope that you guys will stick by me with this journey, because I'm going to be putting in a lot more effort now. I'm going to be trying to seek out all the help I need, get everything fixed that needs to be fixed, so that I can become someone who goes from a RYsing legend to becoming the legend, or a legend. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye.